In the inimitable words of Martin had a dream. Kendrick had a dream. Ollie has a dream. Hello world, and welcome to Ollie Online. I'm Ollie, my pronouns are they, them, and this channel is all about tech, ethics and tech and associated things. So, I don't know if you've been on YouTube for a while, but if you have, you've noticed there's an explosion of videos all about the I Don't Dream of Labour phenomenon, and how most of them are saying that it's a garbage idea. But I would say there's more to it than that. Like, I think the whole point, as you can tell from the beginning of the video, is that I don't dream of Labour. Like, a dream is not supposed to be something that's small and easily crushed. It's supposed to be something bigger than you or me, like something to work towards. Imagining a world that's better than what we've got is the only way people have ever progressed. I think that I Don't Dream of Labour is useful fame for many reasons, but here's a few. There's always been more to life than work. And I mean work in the sense of labour that produces money for someone, and I think that's true even from the person that's the money's being produced for is me. Hard work as a virtue is kind of bogus. Like, I don't think you're going to get to the end of your life and be like, oh, why didn't I grind more? I know you're probably wondering, how does this relate to tech? And I'll tell you. The amount that tech has promised that it's going to make our lives easier and make us have to work less and do less has always been a lie. Like, have you noticed that there's studies, even if you don't believe me, but the more we've produced that can make things easier for our lives, the more we've worked. Like, productivity has gone up, and so has our workloads. Capitalism has meant that we're always going to have to work more and more and more to, supply the money to keep the line going up. And I know there's things like fully automated actually communism as an idea, but I think that any idea where machines and tech are going to be the ones to support our lifestyles without any intervention, like who repairs the robots, there's always going to be some underclass here in these utopian visions. There's always going to be work, so how do you make it as pleasant, fair and enriching as possible? In tech, we're in a fairly privileged position where we earn a lot of money and a lot of it is arguably undeserved. Like, do you think you deserve more money than a teacher or as much clout as a doctor? Like, we do a lot fair. Like, I think it depends on which industry you're in, of course, but some people, I don't know. And if you think that you do deserve as much clout and money as these other professions like teachers and doctors and nurses, then why is that? And do you think it's fair that they're not paid well? Yeah, tech is eating the world. So there's, of course, Alphabet, who is the parent company of Google and YouTube. And, like, Google search is the highest search engine in the world, of course, so as everyone knows, you Google it. But also YouTube search is now, I think, second. Or is it TikTok? I don't know. But either way, like, all these walled gardens are taking over from, all, like, the small web of Web 2.0. So, things are changing. AWS and Amazon are another example of places where, not small, companies taking over by merging and, like, I don't know if you know that most companies have some sort of entanglement with AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, which hosts the platforms that everyone uses every day. So even if you don't use Amazon directly because of ethical concerns, you're probably using it when you search the web in general. Going back to privileged positions, we're the kind of people who can demand that, like, we either won't work for a place or, we'll stay working there, but we have the power to make demands of our workplaces. Like, we can say, we won't work here unless people, everyone in the whole company is paid well, or we're going to support the things that they're fighting for, like join a union, is my number one rallying cry if you're able to. I know that some countries, they crack down on that a lot more, but if you're able to, you definitely should. And also, try and support your fellow workers. There's always going to be work, but we shouldn't accept a world where the majority of people are underpaid and undervalued. Going back to the I Don't Dream of Labour trend though, it's sad how it's been co-opted. Like, I think a lot of people were invigorated by the original message because it seemed quite anti-capitalist and anti-work, and going with the current resignation trend of life at the moment, it seemed like a way out of things. But I think it's sad that it's been co-opted by, like, hustle culture, to be honest. Like, shilling, YouTube and creator culture is a way out of work, when it's not a way out, it's just another form of work. To be honest with yourselves, like, even if you're your own boss, quotation marks, your boss is YouTube, like, or your boss is Instagram. I don't understand how you think that you've escaped things, but it's interesting. FD Signify has a great video on this, which you should all watch. I'll link it in the description box. But I think that the reality isn't what should constrain our dreams. That's the whole point of this video. Like, we should try and fight them. Like, at least with our dreams. If we can't be bothered to try and, well, not bothered. If we can't fight with our dreams, at the very least, what's the point of trying to change the world at all? So what do I dream of in tech? I dream of a world where the entire vertical is safe and doing fun, at least enriching work that is interesting to them and well paid and safe and not bullshit. An industry where the drive for like interesting problems to work on doesn't mean that you work on evil, terrible things that destroy the planet and people. I dream of a world where tech serves the interests of the many and not the few. And I dream of a world where tech and its progress is in service of people on the planet. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye, world.